Hi, we're back with our next episode. Um, First, we would like to ask you to like, share.
Share, comment, and say what you think about our videos.
Yeah.
It's very interesting for us.
Yes, definitely. That would be very much appreciated. Um, so, with that, our topic for today is interests. This will be our discussion. And
It's very interesting topic about interest.
yes,
Yeah, a
uh,
lot of interest in these few moments.
listen. It's something that people normally talk about, and well, as for things to talk about in English, I think
Yeah, it's a good idea.
it's a very
Yeah.
very relevant thing to practice.
It's good for me to practice and remember other word that I don't say.
Yeah,
That I know but I don't say. Yeah.
it's okay. We'll remember them together, if anything. Um, so, just to start with, and again, this will be a sort of a shameless promotion, self promotion of my channel. My main interest and the reason for these videos and everything is training. Different kinds of training, physical, mental, language training, this kind of stuff. I'm after the most effective training approaches, methodologies, this kind of stuff. So that's something to begin with. This is I guess the container for all the other topics that I'm going to be talking about today, and I think everything that we discuss will, well, maybe not. Maybe you'll have some other ideas, but definitely for me, it's all going to come back to the idea of training. Um, I don't know. What would you like to start with?
Maybe we can say one my interest and one your interest, like ping pong.
Yeah, definitely.
I can say about my interest. I must remember what I interest about. First, I like taking photo. Is my favorite interest. When I was when I was 10 years old, I buy my first professional camera,
Mhm.
and other other children go play with his toys.
Okay.
And I, with my camera, I go to the park, and I love macro photo, drop of rain on the leaf, and when sunshine highlight uh, object, and this is very interesting for me. I like nature, and I like remember it in my photos.
Was that the SLR camera that you told me about? So, like, it was an expensive camera,
Yeah.
wasn't it?
Yeah.
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 Uh, So well, for a kid,
Yeah.
that's
I buy my first phone when I was in first class, grade,
yeah.
in first grade. I mm, uh, my parents gave me money, and my grandparents and other um,
Your relatives?
relatives,
Mm.
and I save this money a few years, and I buy that I want.
So all of your gift money
Yeah.
and all of that
Yeah.
you saved
Mhm.
it so that you could buy this camera. That's I mean, and this interest has been consistent since then, right? Like uh, it started with that camera, or at least the expression started with that camera.
I remember that my mom say when I was born, my grandmother uh, present to my birthday a camera.
Okay.
Old camera, yeah.
Okay.
But I don't take this photo myself.
Mm-hmm.
But it's very cool moment that.
So
Yeah.
you're I mean so your first birthday started with like a film camera, like a vintage film camera, and somehow that idea stayed with
I
you.
don't know. I don't know how it works, but I like it.
Yeah.
Your turn.
Okay, hold on. So, I think we can even go a little bit broader than just taking photos. Because my impression is that like a lot of your interests or your main interests are related to something visual. The idea of beauty. We've already talked about this in previous videos. How you see beauty in everything in everyday life. And taking photos is just capturing that beauty,
Yeah.
right? But like, am I right?
Totally right.
Totally right.
Yeah.
So, is there anything else besides taking photos, taking pictures that uh, okay, so do you understand that like sort of taking pictures is just a part of something bigger? Is that true or
It's true because, like I say, I like nature, all beauty, and I
mm-hmm.
Of beauty in uh, all, in nature, in human, in clothes, in all I see um, special beauty, and it's very important to me.
Yeah, you like seeing compositions, and beauty is your inspiration, as you
Yeah.
said. Yeah.
Because I'm graphic designer.
Or you're a graphic designer because beauty inspires you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. Uh, so yeah, I just because again, I started with like this idea that everything interested in has to do with some kind of training, and probably maybe not everything that you're interested in, but a lot of it is inspired by beauty. Yeah. So with that, I guess if it's my turn, I like different kinds of physical training. Uh, so um, stuff like calisthenics, or like I guess for you that would be like a new word in English, but any kind of exercise that has to do with like body weight, right?
Yeah.
So push-ups, pull-ups, anything that doesn't need any kind of extra weight. Yeah. And I like finding out new exercises. I like difficult movements. I like learning them and mastering them. Yeah, like this process from like when it's new for you and you don't even know how to do it, or like where to start, to becoming very good with that movement. So yeah, but I guess like uh, besides that, it also has to do with like martial arts training and why I've done that in the past. It's not active these days, but that has been one of my interests. Um, I picked up kettlebells at one point. So like an iron ball with a handle on it. So this big weight with a handle, and learning the movements with it, mastering that was a lot of fun before. Again, that's not something I do anymore, but I think it might be interesting to get back into it.
But we have our daughter, and she is not very light.
Okay, so as she's growing and gaining weight, for me that's like more weight to manipulate and to work with, and that's quite fun actually.
And she like it.
Yeah. She has a lot of fun with like me, and that's extra exercise for me always. So I do enjoy that quite a bit.
And I won't say that I like gym too. I do exercises not so often and so hard like you, but I do it. I like yoga and stretching and light exercises for healthy my body health.
For the health of your body,
Yeah.
or yeah. So I think our reasons with like physical exercises and that interest, they're different, right?
Same
But
girl.
oh yeah. I mean, uh, I guess something that unifies it is that we both do it for health. But for me, it's more like that extra strength or extra endurance that I might need at some point, right? Whereas for you, it's like to just be in a good shape.
When I
Right,
was
yeah.
younger, I do exercises that fill in my body, and then I go to yoga, and I see that all we do in this yoga, I do myself later, and I don't know that this called yoga.
Yeah, you were
But
doing.
my body know.
You were doing this all along and you didn't know that it was
Yeah.
yoga.
Yeah, it's
Um. Okay. So I guess yeah, that's physical. Both you and me. Do you have anything to add, or maybe you have another interest to bring up for
Uh,
yourself?
I think that we have our both interest. It's called it's called adventure.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, and we like see a new place and a new country.
So that is a good point. That is something that I didn't think I didn't think of for this video, but now that you bring it up, that's definitely true. Um, you know that I like to poke my nose into every side street
Like our daughter.
yeah. I guess she takes after me in that regard. But yeah, like this discovery, not like being a tourist, but actually like getting to know the place and finding these or discovering these like nice little surprises for myself. That's definitely like the way I like to travel, and in general, like when I'm in a new place, that is probably the most fun that I have.
I was not in many countries, but I think that our life is long and we see that we want.
Yeah, look, I want to show you some of the other places that I've been to, but definitely I do want to discover some new places with you. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we must show our daughter that we saw before in
Yeah,
Canada and Budapest.
yeah, definitely. There are lots of places that we already know to show her, and
I think that she will be very excited.
yeah, I hope so. I hope so. I do want her to grow up, with the wonder of discovery and actually interested in like finding out new things, discovering new places, and yeah.
So, uh,
Oh, speaking of adventure, so yeah, I don't know if you so I don't know. Okay, uh, I don't know if you would agree with me. Like you don't seem interested in that kind of stuff, but the other type of adventure. So like just to mention that in my early 20s, I joined the military for adventure, and I went to an airborne unit to do parachuting. So yeah, that's like another dimension of adventure. Like I do a lot of stuff for this type of adventure as well.
I like adventure, only find new places.
Okay,
That's all.
you like safe adventure.
Yeah, I like safe adventure, very girly. Yeah,
But
beauty.
you have told me that you would like to do parachuting with me.
Yeah. But we have together zip lining.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so that's
In Montenegro.
yeah. We went on a zip line
Yeah.
across this canyon.
Yeah.
That was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Um, for sure. So you see, I mean, yes, you're not going to. It's not going to be fun getting dirty like me, right, with this type of adventure, right? But you do like some of these thrills, right?
Mm-hmm.
That so it is safe, but also here's something that I remember. Even it was that time in Montenegro, that zip line. Um, there was a bridge nearby,
Yeah.
and you wanted to go take pictures, but I'm so afraid of heights that I just couldn't. I couldn't like make it onto that bridge where you wanted to stand to take pictures of you. That was a little bit too much adventure for me.
But in moments you don't say me about it.
No, I didn't.
Yeah.
I never told you, but I just told you that I look. I want to stay back. You know, like
But it's okay for me. Yeah.
okay. So look, in some respects, you know, you're not as afraid as I am
But
to do something.
I scared of water.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's my psychologic problem.
Yeah. So that's not what we're talking about today. Um, I'm just saying that like in some things you are probably even more adventurous than I am. Um, okay. Anything? So also connected to the military, I'm into a lot of tactical things. So like I used to do that because I went to the military for fun, right? It wasn't anything patriotic or whatever. It was basically to have that masculine fun that like you also get paid for it, right? And you can get it all in one place. But so a lot of this tactical stuff, I keep up with a lot of it. I watch a lot of tactical YouTubers and things like that. I don't do it actively anymore, but
Because you watch, I'm watching too.
yeah, yeah. So your
um,
turn.
I like singing, but I don't learn it professional. I just like singing,
Yeah,
and I want learn singing with a teacher. Maybe later when I would have a time, it will be cool for me.
yeah. And look, I'll tell you this. It's nice to have like um a pretty female voice singing somewhere in around the house. Sometimes it,
Two woman voice.
two, yes,
Yeah.
two of them for sure. Um, but yeah, our daughter also enjoys your singing. She always smiles when you do it. So yeah, it's definitely.
About interest, our daughter, she likes singing and dancing.
Yeah, she definitely likes that. Okay. Um. So what else? Maybe something related to entertainment. So like for me, it's video games. I grew up with video games, and I'm like, I'm middle aged now, and I still like video games. I like playing video games.
I play a few time with you in few video games, and but in all, it's don't interest them for me.
Sure, but look, you did finish one game that I never finished.
Hogwarts Legacy. I
Hogwarts
like it.
Legacy, yeah.
Yeah.
You did enjoy that game a lot.
Yeah, it's very cool game.
And sometimes casually you do like racing in Forza Horizon. So
It's very nervous for me.
well, okay, maybe not racing, but like driving around that world.
Yeah.
You do enjoy that, yeah.
Lara Croft.
Yeah. So
I like adventure games.
yeah. So I did get you to play some, and you actually enjoyed
You
them.
show me a game world.
Yeah,
I never see it before because it's not interesting for me.
Yeah. So you see, but
You open this door for me.
sure. But as for entertainment, so if we stay on this topic, what would you say? I mean, we like to watch movies together, and
My dream is watch movies in English without subtitles, without anything, just in English. But now I can't. I understand a few of words, and that's all. But I wish that soon it will be possible.
we'll definitely get there. We'll get there for sure. And one thing again, so something I'm also taking credit for is that you like a lot of the vintage movies that I've shown you that you'd never seen before.
And I always forget that we watch that we watch. I can watch it later and don't remember about it. Go in these movies.
Yeah, so it's like watching it for the first time when you watch it again.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
But I think that it's good skill.
Sure.
You can watch and watch and watch and watch and always interest.
Yeah, because you never watch like if it's a movie that you don't like to watch them a second time. Whereas
No. I don't like it.
Whereas I've watched certain movies like many times, and I never get tired of watching these same movies.
It's not
So
about me.
yeah, that's not you. Definitely, that's not you.
Yeah.
So what else? Singing, games,
I
movies,
like,
entertainment,
Psychology.
psychology,
Psychology.
I know it's like you definitely don't. Okay, it's not pronounced the same way it's written, and it's hard to get around that. But it's actually it's to say it starts with an S, and in the middle it's a K. So psychology, yes.
Psychology.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You like psychology?
I like psychology. I like know about me, about other people, how they reacted, and how they reacted and other. I
So
don't
I guess
remember.
I guess
don't remember what.
you like to and I think I share this. You like to know people's motivation, like real motivation for
Yeah.
doing
Yeah,
certain
yeah.
things. Yeah, and yeah, I
I
agree with you.
forgot this word.
Sure, but yeah,
Um,
we're talking about
for
motivation.
me is interesting search about our s-
Psychology.
psychology psychology about our feeling about us and you, and this information never finished.
Okay.
Always is new
Yeah. Yeah. I also.
about children psychology.
Yeah. So I agree with you. I like understanding the mechanisms behind a lot of things. So like I like to know how things work.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And that's why I share this interest in psychology. I also that's why I studied political science in university, and I also like those mechanisms under like people's behavior, like the what people show and the way people act on the surface. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I like to know things that guide them or the reasons for why they
Yeah.
behave this
Me
way.
too.
So yes, psychology for me it's psychology, sociology, political science. Those were my professional interests before, and I like to find out new information about that. I like to
We have a lot both interest.
yeah. So even though like the details might be different, I think a lot of these interests or the reasons for these interests are very similar. Yeah.
Our daughter crying. I think that
Okay.
we
So
can
yes,
finish.
it's time to wrap things up. Uh, so again, a bit of self promotion is. These are all things that if you'd like to take English lessons with me, we can base a lot of our speaking on these topics, and not only that. But yeah, it was a good conversation.
Yeah,
I did enjoy it definitely.
me too. But our daughter need us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's it for today. Take it easy, everybody, and
Have a
yeah,
nice day.
yeah.
Bye.
Bye.